Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Charles, and this is Charles Snyder Raw. It's unscripted, unfiltered, and for the most part, unedited stuff of what I'm facing in business, what I've been thinking about, some of my goals, some of my challenges, and sometimes just what I'm doing to get around it. Some of my thought process or the action that I'm taking to get stuff done. And speaking of getting stuff done, today is conference calls Tuesdays for me. So I'm on uh, like online education and training seminars, workshops, you name it. Tuesdays are my days where I'm doing a lot of this stuff. And today is no different than pretty much any other Tuesday out of the year. It's just jam packed full of amazing people, amazing ideas, and golden nuggets that I can't even remember everything that I've just seen, and I'm not even done. I have another one to be on in a little bit, in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to bang this video out quick, get the little bit of editing done to it that I do, get it uploaded and get it posted because it's just so much information that one of the things I got to do is I'm taking notes. I take notes all the time. And it's one of the reasons why I like books or ebooks because as you're going through, you can like read stuff, but in the back of your mind, if you're anything like me, and I'm pretty sure, a lot of you are, you're thinking about, okay, how can I use this in my business? How does this apply to me and my situation, my business? How can I use this? So, and that's kind of why I get away from like the videos, the DVDs, the audiobooks, shit like that, because and even podcasts, because if you're going through and you're like trying to watch a video and someone gives you like information, you got to quick pause it, or your brain's already all thinking about, how you can use something while this video is playing, and then you might miss some additional information. So it's kind of hard. I mean, you have to temper it with the stuff like that. You got to stay focused. Yes, get your money's worth out of your time's worth. But and but that's why I really like books, ebooks, or hardbound books, softbound books, whichever the case may be, but a physical book. Because as you're going through, if you think of something or you realize something or you learn something that you can actually use, you can stop, mark where you're at, you know, with, at least as far as the page goes, or you can physically mark in the book, but you can stop where you're at. You can go, you can think or make a couple notes, or actually start doing something if the book prompts you to do it. Um, uh, yeah, Cameron Harold's book, Double Double. When I started working on the 2020 Vivid Vision, I would read the book, go work on my Vivid Vision, and I would flip back and forth. Now, if I was doing that with a video or worse yet with a podcast, or like the old uh, cassette players, it would be a disaster. It's a lot easier with the book because I can mark where I'm at, put a finger where I'm at, or put a card in between the pages or something. Look at, make notes of what I'm thinking about or how it might apply, and then go back there doing some more reading. And even when I was creating the Vivid Vision, after I read through that whole section of what to do, how to plan it, making notes, and all that fun stuff, I still flip flat back and forth reviewing it. Granted, you can do the same thing with podcasts and stuff like that, but it's not the same. You don't have that visual aspect of it, of actually looking at what you're learning or thinking about. But anyway, um, another point I wanted to make was uh, the last call that I was on was with a guy. His name's Mike RC. Not sure if you heard of him or not, but this guy's just killing it in the fitness studio niche, providing marketing and stuff like that for these businesses. And he's just doing a bang up job. He's going from, just a handful of customers to well over 100 of them now. He went from, a couple thousand a month in profits to a couple million now. So, I mean, this guy has really scaled his business up. And one of the things that he emphasizes, and it ties in a lot with what I've been, you know, talking about with some of my different videos, the general theme of things of getting shit done. That, quote unquote, Mike RC get shit done. And he's not just talking about getting anything done. He's not talking about random stuff. He's talking about going at it with a plan. It ties back to what I was talking about with a vivid vision. Cameron Harold's book. Have a plan. Have a 3-year plan of what this is going to look like, what you're working towards. And generally, what Mike refers to is, yes, you want to have those long-term plans, but then you also want to like pare it down. And what does it look like on a yearly basis? What does it look on a monthly basis? What does it look like on a weekly and a daily basis? And he really gets into the aspect of the daily part of it, of working towards that 3-year vivid vision goal. What do you need to do on a daily basis? And a lot of what he goes back to, and this is sort of what I've been hinting at, and I haven't really developed it into a whole message yet, but Mike's already done it, is it's a habit. Getting shit done, getting the right shit done is a habit. Every day he goes to bed at about the same time. Every day he wakes up at about the same time. Every day he has the same routine. He splashes a little bit of cold water on his face. He gets dressed. He goes, gets himself some coffee. He's listening to a podcast or something for about 20 or 30 minutes, maybe checking out a video, something like that. He's feeding his brain as he's waking up. He's getting himself some coffee. He's drinking this like green goo shit, and I'm not getting into all that, but he's feeding his brain as he's waking up. And he does this routine every single day, 5, 6 days a week. I'm not sure if he does it 7 days a week or just 5 days a week. He didn't really explain that in detail, but his business day is the same every single day. It's a habit. He goes to the gym 5 days a week. He gets to his office 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. He goes through his emails until about 9:30, quarter 10. He's getting information from his different managers and leaders within his organization, so he knows where his business is at, what he might need to work on that day. Plus, he's already has an idea of what he needs to do. So with that, he also has a list. He prioritizes his to-do list. What absolutely needs to have to be done today, puts a general amount of time on it, and anything that is outside of that, he looks at his calendar, how busy he is. If it doesn't fit in his calendar and it's low down on, it's not those top 3 or 5 things that need to be done in his business, it gets kicked over to the next day, and so forth. And he does this day in and day out. So I think that's a pretty awesome concept that I've been kind of getting, you know, moving towards him myself with with my own personal life as well as my business. And now Mike's talking about it, that it's an integral part of his business. So now the onus is on me. Like I said, I've been kind of moving in that direction anyway. Now I'm just like, okay, someone's already done it. Now I got to get on the ball and do it myself. But anyway, that's where I'm at for today. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Feed your brain. Get, get some goals together. Find out what you want to do. Prioritize your goals and get shit done, as Mike would say. So with that, I'll leave you. Love, peace, and chicken grease.